Morning light breaking through the eastern hills. Just you and me, while the earth stands still. Dashboard dreams of what could be in the great unknown. We have no map, we got no plans, just open road. Say you'll stay with me forever, say you'll be my only love. We can make it through whatever, say you'll be my only love. In these days, we got the whole world at our feet. We'll take our time. Yeah, we'll be who we wanna be. Under this sky, I'm so alive when you're with me. This open door, this empty page for the heart set free. Say you'll stay with me forever, say you'll be my only love. We can make it through whatever, say you'll be my only love. 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 How do you do that with your eyes? You know it gets me every time. I swear I wish I could read your mind, 'cause I ask the same question every night. So just breathe. Breathe in, breathe deep, you know that's all you need. I can't describe your eyes, but they're as blue as the sea. Your heart, it beats in perfect time with me. Baby, you know that I want mine. If we get no rest till the sunrise, until you make me fall in love again as light shows your face, I can never be the same. I plan to love you all my life, until you meet your chariot. What would I do without your eyes? The way they at me and mine. And when your smile creates that dimple, I tend to be used as your pillow. So just breathe. Breathe in, release, you know that's all you need. I can't describe your eyes, but when they're looking at me, my heart
It's an extremely happy occasion for us sisters to be playing the host for our little brother, Jacob, Rohan, as we all know. I'm Risha, Rohan's elder sister.
Good evening, and I am Megha, his younger sister. To Rohan, we are his Badi Chechi and Choti Chechi, and he used to add Chechi initially, but over the years he called us Badi and Choti. So this is Badi Risha and I'm Choti Megha. And as Chechi very well said, to us he'd always be our kid brother. So it's a privilege and a surreal experience for us standing here. Prayer, I request Reverend Sanal P. George, Vicar of St. James Marthoma Church, here at Dwarka.
വിശുദ്ധവിവാഹത്തിലൂടെ കുടുംബജീവിതത്തിലേക്ക് പ്രവേശിക്കുന്ന ഞങ്ങളുടെ മക്കളായ ജേക്കബിന് വേണ്ടി ജിന്നുവിന് വേണ്ടി പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. അവരാരംഭിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന കുടുംബജീവിതം ഏറ്റവും അനുഗ്രഹമാവുവാൻ ഈ സ്വർഗത്തിൽ നിന്ന് വാഴ്വുകളെല്ലാം തമ്പുരാൻ അയച്ചു നിന്ന് മക്കളെ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കണമേ. ഇരു കുടുംബങ്ങളെയും ദൈവസന്നിധിയിൽ ഏൽപ്പിക്കുന്നു. സഹോദരങ്ങൾക്കായി, മാതാപിതാക്കൾക്കായി, പ്രിയപ്പെട്ടവർക്കായി പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. എല്ലാവരെയും തമ്പുരാൻ വാഴ്ത്തണം. ഈ വിരുന്ന സൽക്കാരത്തിൽ സംബന്ധിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ടവരെയും ഞങ്ങൾ കരങ്ങളിൽ ഏൽപ്പിക്കുന്നു. ക്ഷണിതാക്കളായി വന്നിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാവരെയും കരങ്ങളിൽ ഏൽപ്പിക്കുന്നു. ഈ ഒരു കൂട്ടായ്മ താവേ ഈ കൂടിയവരും ഏറ്റവും അനുഗ്രഹമാരമായിരുപ്പാൻ കർത്താവിന്റെ സാന്നിധ്യവും കൃപയും ഞങ്ങളോട് കൂടെ ഇരിക്കണം. ആദ്യം മുതൽ അവസാനം വരെ നിന്റെ സാന്നിധ്യം ദർശിപ്പാൻ ഇടയാക്കണം. യേശുവിൻ നാമത്തിൽ ചോദിക്കുന്ന കൃപയോടെ കേൾക്കുമാറാകണമേ. ആമേൻ.
Now that Achin has blessed the ceremony, let us all welcome the newlyweds to the stage. They are being escorted by their friends. So here we have Jacob and Jintu. Kindly rise to greet the newlyweds. Let's give them a big round of applause. Introduce you to his friends. So here we have Mayank and his friend, his wife Yogita. Friend and wife, okay. And then we have Sahil and his wife Avni. Sahil and Avni here. Puneet and his wife Dolly, she couldn't make it as they had been recently blessed with a son. Okay, and Akhil and his wife Monica. Yeah,
Monica will join him soon.
yeah, okay, all right. And Ayush and his wife Arzu. Deepak, still a bachelor. Deepak here is eagerly looking forward to an occasion like this in his life. Deepak leads a bunch of bachelors here. All his Delhi friends here. We have Abhay, okay, Amar, Ayush, Siddharth, Okay, thank you all. Thank you so much. Requesting you all to kindly take a seat.
Notice we have all moved to the side because the limelight is on Jintu and Jacob. So let me introduce you all to the bride. You can both be seated. Jintu Anna John is a talented young girl who brings with her a perfect blend of active church involvement and cultural participation in college programs. A Bachelor in Commerce and Masters in Business Administration from Delhi University, Jintu is working as an HR professional in Blackbuck, a logistics company here in Bangalore. Jintu is known to be keen on trying out food from different regions. So we as a family all look forward to not just Rohan alone. We as a family look forward to your culinary skills and taste, Jintu.
Okay, let me introduce you to Rohan here. Rohan was fondly named Oni by his childhood friend Jasmeet, and that's how his close family and all his study buddies call him. Rohan has completed his formal education in Kurukshetra. He did his BTech in Information Technology from Kurukshetra University. And he went on to work in an IT firm, Magic Soft, which is an American company in Delhi. He's also pursuing his master's in business administration. Rohan enjoys traveling with his friends, especially outdoor sports like cycling. He's a Yaro ka Yar, which is reflected in the long line of friends here today. He is, I stand corrected, he was one of the last bachelors in the gang, and he carries good advice and caution from the married bunch. For us sisters, we see him as someone who is loyal, who is unassuming and adjusting. Qualities we think will do him well in building a good marriage.
Thank you, and that was a very brief introduction of Jintu and Jacob, Rohan to us. And I'm quite sure we have many years to know them as a family, as individuals. So we Malayalis, wherever we are in the world, we hold on to the basic Malayali culture. Jintu's family, as we understand, still have the puttari, if I'm pronouncing it right, the traditional Kerala red rice for their everyday meals. Whereas our family love our rajma and chawal, the North Indian style of cooking. So apparently it may seem contradictory, but this is a country of diversity still in unity. So we wish and pray that this diverse culture unites and forms a wholesome family. So let us introduce you all to Jacob and Jintu's families.
Yeah, let me start with Jintu's family. Jintu's father, John Joseph, mother Anama Joseph, and brother Jinshu. So I request you all to come onto the stage. So Jintu's family is from the Kartaparural family in Tiruvalla. Jintu's father, John Joseph, is a design engineer working in a private firm, DNS Engineering Consultants in Delhi. Jintu's mother, Mrs. Annama Joseph, called Jolly, by dear ones, works in the health department of the government of Delhi, and they've been in Delhi for more than 30 years. Jintu's only brother, Jinshu, is an MBA who was working in Kochi till recently. He now aspires for a career and life in Canada. Next, I would like to call on the Philip family.
The grandkids. family has PJ Philip as the head of the house. Our father hails from the Balkamuttal Tayal family in Kayamburam. After having served for nearly 40 years in the National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra, he attained superannuation in 2017. In his words, he is now engaged in serving his dear wife. Coming to his wife, Mrs. Annie Philip, at home called Shobha, has been in the teaching line and has been the principal of a CBSE senior secondary school for close to 30 years. 3 of us are products of the same school. The eldest among us, Risha, a qualified engineer, after having been in the teaching line for a few years, is now working in a French bank. She is married to Pradeep Thomas Joseph from the Kavayur Cochin family, who works as a senior logistics professional. Risha and Pradeep are blessed with 2 daughters, Naina and Meghna, and are settled in Chennai. Is me, Megha. I followed my parents' footsteps and took teaching as a profession. I have done my majors in English. My husband, Lubin Victor, from the Hathpally family, is a hotel management professional. Sarah and Joseph are our children. We live in Dubai. We have the Johns and Philips.
Beginnings and sharing the challenges of life, Chintu and Rohan. Okay. So let us applaud the new beginnings and wish and pray that everything they do in life, they share.
That wasn't applause enough for a new beginning. Let me now call Elizabeth George, Chikumama to us all, Rohan's aunt from maternal side, mother's side, and Chikumama is here to give the toast.
Victory speech. So it's just going to be a short speech, buddy. I'm here to propose the toast for this lovely couple, Rohan and Jintu. But before I start, I must admit that I've never done a toast before. And what do you do when you're nervous? I just, try and overcome my nervousness. How many of you are nervous when you have to face a crowd? Anyone gets nervous? Yeah, there are people who do. So this is one trick that I've learned. I actually am involved with the education of underprivileged primary school children. So that's the crowd I'm used to. So whenever I get nervous, what I do is I just imagine the audience, whether you're 7 or 70, that you're all school children. How many of you would like to go back to school? So to me, you're all school children, and that keeps my nervousness at bay. And the second thing is, I thought not many people know what a toast is. So when I looked up, actually the definition of a toast is a short, congratulatory speech. So it's just going to be a short speech, so I thought I'm not going to be nervous. So that's about me. So this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Along with Rohan and Jintu, all of us share in your happiness as you step into your new life together. So the celebrations that have started are not just today. I was there 2 days ago in Kurukshetra and I got a taste of the Punjabi style of celebrations. Okay, that's really a lot of fun. And this may go on for a few days, weeks or months. But after that, you have to face life. Life is, as everyone knows, it's got its ups and downs. So today, what I thought I'd do is, I'd share a recipe for an ideal marriage. How many of you, I see a lot of young married couples, would you like to hear a recipe for an ideal marriage? It's not going to be it's a simple recipe, but not a very easy recipe. So I'll just share it with you. What I'd like to admit is, some of us who have been married for many years, I've been married for more than 35 years, and I started on this recipe very late in life, and I'm still struggling to perfect it. So my advice to all the young couples, starting with Rohan and Jintu, is you start this recipe early in your lives, okay? Keep going at it every day, all the way, and soon it will become part of your lives. Okay, so these instructions for a successful marriage are found in the Word of God, in the letter to the Ephesians, chapter 5, verses 22 to 33. Most of us here can read these passages at home, but for the benefit of the others, I call upon my grandniece Naina to read this portion for you.
Ephesians chapter 5, verses 20 to 33. Ephesians chapter 5, 20 to 33. Marriage, Christ and the church. Wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is head of the wife, as also Christ is head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body. Therefore, just as the church is subject to Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for her, that he might sanctify and cleanse her with the washing of water by the word, that he might present her to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that she should be holy and without blemish. So husbands ought to love their own wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. For no one has ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as the Lord does the church. For we are the members of his own body, of his flesh and of his bone. For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother, and shall be joined to his wife. The two shall become one flesh. This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the church. Nevertheless, let each one of you in particular love his own wife as himself. The wife see that she expects her husband. Here ends the word of God.
So dear Rohan and Jintu, we just have two very simple instructions, one for the husbands and one for the wives. So as Naina read, first it's for the wives, and wives, I don't think you're going to like it, because it says, submit to your husbands as to the Lord, as the husband is the head of the wife. How many wives like it? Okay, I don't think many of you like this reading, including Naina. She said, this seems very unfair to the wives, but this is what we are expected to do. And I think this is the secret of most Indian marriages. Over the centuries, India has a very strong family tradition where families stay together. So I think most of our Indian wives are submissive. Now, I think submissive is definitely not a sign of weakness. It doesn't mean that you're going to be like a doormat and walked all over by your husband or your mother-in-law or whoever. And a loving husband, the other instruction is for the husband, where he's supposed to love his wife as himself. If he is a loving husband, he would certainly not treat his wife that way. A lady can be more educated, efficient, and have a great career, and yet be a submissive wife. I'll give you an example of a person I know. She's an aunt of mine who retired as the vice principal of a well-known school in Calcutta. She was a great lady, an efficient lady, a gracious hostess, a great mother, but most of all, a loving, submissive, and caring wife. Her husband was a soft-spoken and quiet person who suffered from poor health. While she managed her career and the affairs of her household almost single-handedly, yet she consulted her husband and made him feel that he was involved in everything. So wives, even if you are managing everything, don't give that superior air to your husbands. Always be one step below and give them the place of respect that is due to them. Even in the tone you address them, even the way you talk to them, I think that matters. It shouldn't be a bossy and kind of aggressive tone, even if you're angry, and I'm sure this will work wonders in your marriage. So Jintu, hope by your sweet, endearing and submissive ways, you will be the wife God wants you to be. Now, do the husbands want to hear what is there for you to follow? Yes, you are to love your wives as your own selves. I think we all love our own selves a lot. Will you go without a meal or will you deny yourself anything? So if you love your wives as your own selves, you will take care of her better than you take care of yourself. Okay? As Achin said, those who know Malayalam will say, Nee Tirnilangulum, Avale Teetanum, Kalpikanum, and Pashanam Godakanam, Udupilangulum, Udupikanum. So, those who don't know Malayalam, the last part of the service, the priest instructs the husband to feed his wife even if he doesn't eat, and to clothe his wife even if he is not clothed. Now, this is a rule for marriage which I think is not really followed in India. The wife is always feeding her husband and taking care of her husband's all his affairs. I hardly see husbands taking care of their wives. Okay? So now Rohan, all the men have to buck up, and Rohan, please love and care for Jintu as you would care for yourself. And as now you are the head of the family, it doesn't make you less of a man if you take care of all Jintu's needs. So before I end, I know of 3 men who have very successful careers and have done very well for themselves in life, but at home they helped their wives in whatever ways they could. One of them made the morning tea, did the laundry and tidied the house. The second one made the morning tea again, cooked food whenever he could, and third one did the dishes and played an amazing role in raising his children. Well, one of these men is my husband, the second one is my dear brother, and the third one, Jintu, is your dear father-in-law. So I'm not saying which one does what. It's up to you after marriage to kind of figure out what your father-in-law is good at and train Rohan in the ways he should. So I hope together both of you can make a beautiful home which will be a heaven on earth. God bless you. I hope I've kept my promise to keep the toast short. And here's to a long, healthy, blessed married life to both Jintu and Rohan. Thank you very much.
The flawless way you spoke didn't show that you're nervous at all. And I'm quite sure this is a wonderful reminder to not only the newlyweds, but to us all who are older couples. Thank you, Chikpa. So, to also reply to the toast and give an expression of gratitude, can I now call my father, Vijay Philip? Chikumama, Appa missed that father-in-law part of it. He didn't hear. Appa has to sprint. Rohan is his youngest child, so he feels he's old, but I think Appa has to come.
Very warm good evening to all our distinguished guests here today. Extremely a happy occasion for all of us in the family. the youngest of the 3 children getting married today. So that's a matter of great celebration. And personally, as the head of the family and on behalf of the family, I would like to welcome Jintu into our family. We are living in difficult times, the COVID situation, and to expect guests to assemble for a wedding is extremely difficult. With all the COVID restrictions and protocols, we have to limit this celebration to just a few near and dear ones. And on behalf of both Jacob and Jintu, and on behalf of the 2 families, Johns and we the Phillips, we're extremely grateful to every one of you for taking the trouble and taking the risk, I would say, of coming over and being a part of this celebration. So collectively, I extend my gratitude to each and every one of you. Individually, of course, there are so many people I need to thank for this celebration, starting with Reverend Father Sanal P. George Achan, who is the vicar of the Marthoma Church here in Dwarka. I remember meeting him for the first time a couple of months back and making a request that we would like to hold the wedding here because of obvious reasons. And he was so very supportive and we went to him with a lot of apprehensions, but he made it so easy for us, saying that there is nothing at all to worry. We will ensure that the wedding is held here. All the necessary permissions and support we will acquire. Nothing at all to worry. So, dear friends, dear family, I want you to join in a round of applause for our dear Achan, Reverend Sanal P. George. Today we are also grateful for the vicar of the Orthodox Church in Rohini. That is where the Johns go to. We are happy that Reverend Viju Daniel Achan could join us for this and agreed to be a part of the celebrations till the end. So my gratitude to him as well. Along with the Achan, we also are the office bearers of the St. James Marthoma Church here in Dwarka. They've also extended all support, and some of them are here today with us. So we express our gratitude to the office bearers and the supporting staff of the church to making it possible for us. We were aliens to this city, but they made it so easy for us to come and conduct this wedding here in Dwarka. So I extend my gratitude to the St. James Marthoma Church, the parish here in Dwarka. It's my duty to extend a warm welcome and express my gratitude to all the distinguished guests of the Johns as well. I understand that they've had guests coming all the way from Kerala and some of them from Gujarat. And therefore, on their behalf as well, I extend my gratitude to all the guests of Mr. and Mrs. John as well. Our guests are from different parts of the city and different parts of the country. We lived in Kurukshetra in Haryana, which is actually about 160 kilometers from here. And we lived there for ages, and we had so many friends here. But we wanted that at least somebody should represent Kurukshetra here, and I'm extremely happy that one of our oldest family Professor Parmani, and the whole family is here to join us for this celebration. So representing Kurukshetra, Varmani sir, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and the whole family in fact. I was privileged to be teacher to his son, Gagan Varmani, who is a pioneer, so to say, in solar energy. Gagan, where are you? Thank you very much for joining us. And Babaji, Mrs. Varmani, and all the others. Wonderful. So Kurukshetra is represented, but I come from a home state of Kerala, and I'm from Kayangulam. There's nobody from Kayangulam here except Mr. A.J. Philip and Betty Philip. Philip, all of you here in Delhi would know him very well. Why Delhi? Even beyond that, he's such a distinguished journalist and a prolific writer. We all enjoy reading what he writes. And he's otherwise engaged in so much of social work. He's associated, or he remained associated with Deepalaya for ages. So Philip and Betty, can I see you? Thank you for coming over and representing Kayangulam, our home district there. Thank you very much. Just a few minutes back, we had Colonel Jain and his family coming in. Colonel Jain, where are you? Right. Oh, wonderful. I know. He attained the superannuation, I think yesterday probably. Yes, yesterday? And you were in which place? Went to be in West Bengal. He got a flight and was here in the afternoon so that he could participate in this. And today happens to be Colonel Jain's birthday. So let us all hear it for Colonel Jain. Right, we are so happy that he could come in, and he assured us he would come in, and he did, just walked in. Thank you very much, Colonel Jain. As you could all see, Rohan enjoyed his childhood and later his bachelorhood. Now as he stepped into marriage, his roots were always with his great friends who were here. Right, you heard Megha and Risha taking the names of all of them. They've been such a great part of his life growing up, and we always love to see them interact as a unit. And I'm so happy that their wives come from outside, have gelled with the group so well. They are so much a part of the group. So rest of my guests here, let's hear for Rohan's friends. Rohan sincerely hopes and he assures all of you that he would ensure that Jintu becomes a part of the group as well, actually. So I'm sure you would like to mention that. Apart from this, many members of my family were senior citizens, and they all told us it's extremely difficult for us to undertake this long journey and be here. They all gave us permission to conduct this wedding, and they said sometime later maybe you can come back home and give us something, right? And therefore there are many of them. But in spite of that, there are many who actually made it here, right? Again, as I said in the beginning, we're taking a lot of risks. The senior most of them is Mohan and Bila, all the way from South India, that is from Madurai. Mohan and Bila, thank you very much. Where are you? Right, okay, right. Mohan and Bila are parents to my younger son-in-law Lubin, and they were not in the pink of health, but they still felt that they should come over and be part of this. We as a family extremely grateful to them for that. We also have very specially last 2 days we had Thambi and Sandy. That is Colonel M.J. Anand, who retired from service a few years ago. Again, not in the best of health, but he did make it here. Where are you, sir? Right, Sandy, yes, thank you very much. Sandy is an extremely busy executive, but he found time to accompany his father and be here on this occasion. We are extremely grateful to them for that. Coming to my Shobha's side, that is my wife's side, we have Mon and Chiku here. I say Mon and Chiku is Mrs. and Mr. George Simon. George, where are you? Right, he's there. And Chiku, you already saw Elizabeth on stage. So we have Mon and Chiku there, along with Mon's or George's sister, Sumi. Sumi, please. Sumi, where are you? Yes, thank you very much. All of them have come over from Chennai. They had their son's wedding just a couple of weeks back and still made this wonderful journey. Along with that, Shobha's brother, George Verghese, and his wife, Nita George. They are also here from Chennai. George, Nita? Yeah, thank you. And along with that, the youngest couple in the family. Youngest couple in the family is Rohit's cousin, and George is and Elizabeth's youngest son is Sahil George and Chris. Because they are the youngest and the most dear addition to the family, Sahil and Chris, you will come over here for a second, please. We want to applaud you. Come up. Run up, run up, run up. Right, they're a hot couple in the family, just 2 weeks old. Let us hear it for Sahil and Chris. Thank you, Sahil. Thank you, Chris. Right. And as I said earlier, it was so very difficult to imagine having a marriage or a wedding ceremony here in the great city of Delhi for us who live in almost remote Kurukshetra. But we suddenly discovered a wedding planner in Delhi. And the wedding planners were extremely enthusiastic people. That's another couple I want to be grateful to. Right, Colonel Saibu M. John and his wife Reno. I want you also to please come up please. Run up, run up, run up, run up, run up. They've been so involved, please. This is Colonel John and Renu, wonderful, wonderful people. They managed everything and made it so very simple for us. Colonel John has taken almost 2-3 weeks off from duties and was here attending to the nitty-gritties and making this possible. Extremely grateful to you, right, both of you. Thank you very much. There are, of course, so many of our relatives, our friends who are watching this event from different parts of the country and, in fact, across the world. We got cousins in the Far East, in Australia, to US and Canada, many of them. I'm thankful to all of them for all their wonderful wishes and prayers on this occasion. I thank all of them. I'm also grateful and thankful to the venue managers, Shiv Yadav of Taj Vivanta Dwaraka, and Isha, who is the wedding planner and is responsible for the decoration of this. I'm also extremely thankful to the 5 photographers who've come to Delhi, all the way from Kochi. Friends, I want you to give a round of applause to them. They've come from Kochi all the way, spent a few days here so that we could record this event for eternity and also get it live streamed across the world. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you all very much. Dear friends, once again, during these difficult times, we as a family extremely grateful. And again, I repeat myself on behalf of Jacob and Jintu, on behalf of the Johns, and on behalf of my own family, the Phillips. We extend heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for making this possible. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Now may I request Reverend Father Biju Danielachan to close this part of the ceremonies with a prayer and blessing of the food that we'll be serving. Please.
ഞങ്ങളെ കൂടാതെ സ്നേഹിക്കുന്ന ഞങ്ങളുടെ സ്വർഗീയ പിതാവേ, നിന്റെ സന്നിധിയിൽ ഒന്നായിരിക്കുന്ന പ്രിയ ജേക്കബിനെയും ജിൻഡുവിനെയും ഞങ്ങൾ സമർപ്പിച്ച് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. സന്തോഷമുള്ള സമാധാനമുള്ള ഒരു ജീവിതം നിന്റെ മക്കൾക്ക് ലഭിക്കണമേ. പരസ്പരം സ്നേഹിക്കുവാനും ഭാരങ്ങൾ പങ്കുവെക്കുവാനും സ്നേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ആത്മാവിനെ കൊണ്ട് നിന്റെ മക്കളെ അവിടുന്ന് നിറയ്ക്കണമേ. വിവാഹം വഴി ഒന്നാകുന്ന രണ്ട് കുടുംബങ്ങളെയും നിന്റെ സന്നിധിയിൽ സമർപ്പിക്കുന്നു. പരസ്പരം ബഹുമാനിക്കുവാനും കരുതുവാനും രണ്ട് കുടുംബങ്ങളെയും അവിടുന്ന് ഇടയാക്കണമേ. വന്നു ചേർന്നിരിക്കുന്ന ഞങ്ങളെ എല്ലാവരെയും അനുഗ്രഹിക്കണം. ഞങ്ങൾക്കായിട്ട് ഒരുക്കിയിട്ടുള്ള ആഹാരത്തെയും നിന്റെ സന്നിധിയിൽ സമർപ്പിക്കണം. തൃപ്തരാകുവാൻ ഞങ്ങളെ എല്ലാവരെയും ഇടയാക്കണം. പിതാവാം ദൈവത്തിൻ്റെ സ്നേഹവും ഏകപുത്രന്റെ കൃപയും പരിശുദ്ധ റൂഹായുടെ സംബന്ധവും ആവാസം ഇന്ന് വിവാഹിതരായിരിക്കുന്ന നിന്റെ മക്കളോടും ഈ രണ്ട് കുടുംബങ്ങളോടും വന്നു ചേർന്നിരിക്കുന്ന ഞങ്ങളെല്ലാവരോടും കൂടി ഇപ്പോഴും എല്ലായ്പ്പോഴും ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുമാറാകണമേ. ആമേൻ.
Thank you, Daniel Achan. Now we come to the end of this part of the wedding celebrations. Now it's time for us to join in the wedding banquet. I request all of you, every one of you, to please join in for the dinner. Thank you all once again. Take your plate, fill it up, and be inside. Just when I said that, I forgot to mention the wonderful live band that we have from the army here. It's a live band, so I want please gratitude to them as well. Thank you all very much for coming and making it so very sweet for us. So please get your food and come and enjoy the live music. They're a wonderful band. Thank you very much.
To want me, you gotta know me. If you love me, you gotta show me. Let you know, let you know, let you know, let you know. मुझसे दूर कहीं ना जा, बस यही कहीं रह जा. मैं तेरी दीवानी रे, अफसोस तुझे है क्या. मुझसे दूर कहीं ना जा, बस यही कहीं रह जा. मैं तेरी दीवानी रे, अफसोस तुझे है क्या. तेरी मेरी कहानी नहीं बन गई, तू मेरा हो गया, मैं तेरी हो गई. जहाँ जाए तू संग मुझे ले जा.
Back it up now. Get 'em up. Got it.
ये तेरी मेरी बातें, ये मीठे मीठे पल, ये भीगे भीगे मौसम में लेना हमें कल. ये तेरी मेरी बातें, ये मीठे मीठे पल, ये भीगे भीगे मौसम में लेना हमें कल. तेरे लिए मैं हूँ, मेरे लिए तू है, पर किस बात का है. I wanna know you right, boy, you got me real tight. Now I wanna hear you say, जहाँ जाए तू संग मुझे ले जा, ले जा. जा ले जा ले जा ले जा ले जा महकी रात में चुरा के सारे रंग ले जा सारे रंग ले जा ले जा ले जा
तू खूबसूरत या तेरी मोहब्बत दिल ये समझ पाए ना, हो दिल ये समझ पाए ना। दिल को धड़कने की तू ही जरूरत, बिन तेरे जिया जाए ना, हो बिन तेरे जिया जाए ना। देखा करूं तुम्हें देखा करूं, आज जी भर के तुम्हें देखा करूं। मेरी जान ओ मेरी जान, कहता रहूं मैं कहता रहूं, सारी उम्र भर मैं तुम्हें कहता रहूं। मेरी जान ओ मेरी जान, मुझे प्यार प्यार है तुझी से मेरे यार यार है। तेरे लिए एक बारी ना 1000 बार है। तेरी ही तारीफें, तेरी ही ख्वाहिशें करता रहूं मैं दिन रात। हो तेरी गुजारिशें, तेरी सिफारिशें करता हूँ बस तेरी बात। सच ही कहूँ, हाँ सच ही कहूँ, तेरे बिन ना गुजारा अब है मेरा। मेरी जान, ओ मेरी जान, कि मुझे प्यार प्यार है तुझी से मेरे यार यार है। तेरे लिए एक बारी ना जीना 1000 बार है।
सपना मेरा तो ही सपना मेरा, मेरी आँखों में उम्र भर यूं बसना। ओ मेरी जान, ओ मेरी जान,
कि मुझे प्यार प्यार है तुझे से मेरे यार यार है। तेरे लिए एक बार ना जीना 1000 बार है। कि मुझे प्यार प्यार है
तुझे से मेरे यार यार है।
तेरे लिए
एक बार ना
जीना 1000 बार